George Washington Monument here in Washington, D.C. African American history, I believe. Australian coat of arms. Hi, welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly.
We are in Washington, D.C. We are here because I think my passport renewed, and it's actually easier to come to the Australian Embassy to do that. And they only accept photographs from certain photographers. So we had to come here to D.C. to actually go to the right photographer to get the photos done for it. So that's why we're here.
So we just got to Washington, and Josh had to go get some photos for what we'll tell you about tomorrow. But it's really starting to rain. I have no umbrella, and I'm just at this park in Washington. It's really pretty. He was getting his photos. I went for a little walk with Sophie, and there was like a little park, and it's raining. We're a little wet here, and I stopped at this little powwow place. It's all plant-based foods. We got salads. So I'm excited to get something to eat. And
Oh, they're calling my name. Let's get some food.
so here's our lunch. I got. It's a plant-based chicken, so it's, I don't know what that is, but it's broccoli and a drizzle with carrots, a carrot drizzle. What'd you get, Josh?
So mine is supposedly a steak, but it's actually plant-based with mushroom. So this is really just mushroom made with like steak. But we'll try it and see how it goes. We're not really kind of fake meat kind of people. It's not really us, but it doesn't worry me. So we're gonna give it a try and see what it's like. If Kelly doesn't fall off the chair, I'm just filming.
We found these organic seltzer waters. I picked up the ginger lime first, and then I've always been a fan of grapefruit. But of course, I tried his, and I think his tastes a little bit better. But mine is still really good. So he's going to eat with chopsticks. I'm too impatient for that. So I got a fork. Yum.
So we are, of course.
It's hard to walk this big.
So we are, of course, trying to find a bakery here in D.C. Most of them seem to close at 4, and it's only a couple minutes before 4 now. But we found one that's open till 5. So we're trying to get there.
Hightailing it.
And get back to our car before the meter runs out. In the rain.
At 4:20.
At 4:20, yeah, in the rain. So we'll show you if we find anything good.
On a mission.
These seem to be our choices today. So what all did we get, Kelly? Oh, and it was funny, before she says what we got, she did get a fudge brownie. And the girl almost forgot it. And it's a good thing that Kelly told her. But it was funny, because Kelly's like, I'm not leaving here without my brownie. You better get it.
She wrapped up her hands, and I was like, girl's not leaving here without her fudge brownie. So we got some cookies. We got a blueberry muffin. I got a fudge brownie. Got some toffee cookies, M&M cookie, and we got the sugar cookie.
Yum, yum, yum. All right.
So now we got to hightail it back.
Let's get back to the van. Okay, so we're feeding Sophie, and we normally give her pre-prepared food, but this is actually freeze-dried food called Easy Raw. There's the bag. Which we keep for emergencies, but it expires in June, and this is May, so we're going to use it up. So it's dehydrated food, freeze-dried. So we've got to reconstitute it before we give it to her, so it's going to take a little while to soak and get all that up, but somebody is ready for it already.
We got back just in time. It's like pouring right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had kind of rain on us, but yeah.
It was a light drizzle, but it's picked up a little bit now.
So we're gonna let this settle while
Just
we
give you an
find
idea of the streetscape out there raining. So we're in where it's dry in our wee little home and waiting for that to reconstitute. I can't remember, we have to look it up. I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes. You gotta let it sit for it to reabsorb all that water. But somebody does like this food too. She's sitting there looking up, licking her lips.
She's wondering why we're not giving it to her.
Yeah. You have to wait a minute there, Soph. It's got to reconstitute. All right.
Now I gotta find a safe place for it to sit.
It can sit right there for now.
She's had her nose in the sink. I put the food in there. It needs 10 minutes to reconstitute, and look at her. She smells it. Look at her. She's putting her head in the sink. Poor girl. She's like, why are you
gotta wait,
torturing me?
You gotta wait. We'll get it for you when it's the right time, okay? She's not happy to wait.
There she is, patiently waiting down here.
She's not happy that we didn't feed her, but at least she's being patient about it.
It'd be worth the wait.
It'll be worth the wait when we get there. She
Lisa?
can have her stuff and we can have ours. If Mommy can wait for her cookies, you can wait for your steak. All right, so we have left our parking spot. We are on our way, hopefully, to our spot for the night. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to be available, if anything there, but we're going to try it. We're heading towards the Smithsonian, to the Air and Space Museum. Smithsonian. And near there, I'm hoping on the mall, we're going to find ourselves some place to park and be allowed to be there overnight. And I'm thinking, this is my reasoning at this point, is first of all, it's midweek, secondly, it's rainy, and thirdly, we're not in high season for tourists yet. So we should, in my reasoning, be able to get there and have a fair few open spots to choose from.
It's our first city stealth parking, isn't it? Or overnight parking. Have we done the city?
I don't know.
I don't think we have.
Maybe we're just on towns. I can't remember. But, you know, we'll figure it out one way or the other. It's certainly our first foray into DC, to park in DC overnight.
It's crazy busy here. There's
Well, it's rush hour too. It's 4:30. So
the police everywhere, ambulances, big coach buses everywhere. It's very busy.
it is.
Oh look, Warner Theater. Almost there, Sophie, almost there.
So we're having fun. Just to give you an idea, we are stuck down this little one-way street here with buses trying to get in and out. Evidently, we're just past the Smithsonian, so there's a lot of tourists and things around. We found a spot we want to go to, but we got to turn around and circle around back to it. And this is ridiculous. We've probably gone a quarter mile in the last 20 minutes. Yeah.
We only found one spot that said there were some hours overnight that we could park if we got out before 7:30 tomorrow morning.
Which is no problem. We can certainly do that.
We're just trying to see if we can get, by the time we loop around, if that spot's still open.
Right.
And Sophie just
vomited out the side there. We heard her kind of going, so we thankfully were stopped in traffic. So we opened the door and she went right onto the doorstep. So Kelly's trying to clean the door open as we're trying to get along here in traffic.
And I was trying to hold on to her without her falling out the door, just to try to get her out, so she didn't do it inside the car. So yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't get that comedic incident for you on camera.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if we did, but
she's just mad we haven't fed her yet.
we were too busy trying to get her out the door, so she didn't vomit inside. So, but yeah, hopefully this traffic is going to clear up. At least enough for us to go. We want to go up here to this next intersection and go left and circle around back the way we're coming now, but on the other side of the mall. And I thought it was just going to go to the next street, but the next street was closed. The next one was actually the mall, so we're going again. So we're just literally inching our way down these blocks with all these buses that are probably waiting to pick people up, and they're just sitting here double parked.
Not much to show you on this
holding up
road.
traffic. And yeah, I mean, give you an idea where we are, you can just see through the trees there on the left is the Washington Monument, so we're not very far from that. But yeah, we're just sitting in DC traffic at 5 o'clock on a rainy Tuesday. Yeah, not the most ideal picturesque thing, but you know, it is what it is. We're just trying to find ourselves a good spot. But if we get to the spot I'm thinking about, we're good for the night. We can just park there and get out and walk her and feed her and do all the stuff that we would normally do in the evening, but be literally right here in the heart of the mall area. Yeah, we're literally going to be hoping to be parked really on the mall.
It's the Washington Monument.
Washington Monument's off to the right, and the main mall is going to be here off to the left. You'll be able to see all the way down that to the Capitol building. We've finally gotten out of the worst of that horrendous traffic, and I'm hoping this street we're going to go down now is going to be very light in traffic. We're going to make some progress. Okay, so here we are. This is our spot for the night. We are literally right here on the mall, and this is our spot. We are allowed to be here. We got to pay until 10 p.m. and then after that you're good till 7 a.m. And so we have paid till 10 p.m. $11 to literally park here on the mall. We have food trucks, not that we need food trucks, but food trucks. I think that's the Smithsonian Visitor Center behind us there. And somewhere up here, up there, where all those buses and things are, is the actual Smithsonian Institute. And I think that building right there is the National Archives. So we are literally right here in the heart of it all, on the mall. And this is where we're going to be spending the night. And now on to important things there, Miss Kelly. She's ready for a nap, and I said, no, there's no sleeping until we have our dessert.
This passenger princess is tired now.
Passenger princess, she's a walking princess too. We're navigating around for lunch and going to this bakery. She had no idea where she was.
I'm like, I'm just a passenger even when we're on foot, and you have to direct us because I'm just like this, looking at everybody.
She's gawking at everything, but she got no idea where she is. All right. This I'm looking forward to. So I see cookies, I see my muffin. It's all looking good.
Here's the brownie that the girl was trying not to give me.
This is the one that Kelly almost had to decapitate the girl for because she almost forgot to put this in. And that brownie looks pretty good. And we got some cookies. That's Kelly's cookie with all the M&Ms. That is my blueberry muffin there.
We both got toffee.
We both got toffee cookies, which is what those are.
They look good. And you got a sugar cookie.
And I got a sugar cookie as well. So, yes, we're going to get stuck in. Yum, yum.
I think I need a cup of tea.
Okay.
A spot of tea.
Well, not for me. It's a little too warm for me, but you go right ahead.
It's chilly.
All right. This is, so you get an idea. This is, that bottom temperature, 72, is what it is in here. 67 outside. It's 72 in here, and Kelly says it's chilly. So
Like
now
that
you know.
emoji.
Yeah, so now you know, like, if I'm saying it's hot, it's hot. If Kelly's saying that it's cool, it's not really cool. It's not really cool. It's still hot.
I feel like Sophie.
So
Don't make
I'm
me.
sitting here literally, she's about ready to eat this bite of her first bite of brownie. I said, wait, let me get the camera on. So I'm literally sitting down here to put it on, and she pops it in her mouth, and I caught her, and she popped it back out. There it is. So tell us, what is it like? Is it worth the wait?
It doesn't look, really It's a kind of weird dry looking, but it tastes so creamy.
It does look a little dry.
It's not though.
It's not?
Very dense and creamy.
There you go. See, looks can be deceiving.
Very good.
All right, good stuff. All right, this is my brownie, and I haven't pre-tasted it.
It's your brownie?
It's not my brownie. This is my blueberry muffin, and I haven't pre-tasted it, unlike Kelly's brownie. Let's see how it is. It looks all right. Her brownie was good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's moist, a little bit cushy. Normally, well, this stuff is like that powdery dough sugar sort of mix thing, crumble on top. And normally they're coated with it. This just got a little bit, so it's a little light on the crumble in my book, but it still tastes good.
Is it moist?
Yeah. It doesn't taste like yesterday's or anything like that. It's fresh like it's today's. It's moist.
I don't normally get M&M cookies. I don't know why. It just looked good. I tried it, and it was very tasty too. It's very thick. Are you gonna try any cookies?
Yeah. Let me finish my brownie first. I mean my muffin. That was a second. It's got brownie on the brain.
Yeah, because we started with that. I'm gonna try a little piece of this. I can't eat them all, but I'm gonna at least taste them. It's very moist.
Yeah. It looked like it was moist. She's filming me, watching her eat.
There's the van. Our spot for the night. We're not going to go that direction because there's too much traffic to get through right now.
Okay, so we're back in the van. We were walking down the mall, and the clouds got more and more gray, and it started to rain harder. After it was just a little mist to begin with, and then we were literally walking in the mall, looking at the Washington Monument, and went, "Oh, it's going to really come down." So we just got back to the van in time, and it kind of opened up for a little while. It's gotten a little bit lighter now, but for like the next virtually all night, it's supposed to rain. So we're going to have to hold off our sightseeing or the rest of it till tomorrow. So we're in. Kelly is all comfy, and Soph is quite happy there. The dinner we gave her is probably a bit bigger than we normally would give her, but we just took her for a long walk and all that. So I think she's quite happy and contented and tired out. She's good for the night, as are we.
We were sussing out the bathroom situation on our walk on the
Yes, we went up to the towards the Capitol building. They had some tents and stuff and chairs and stuff set out, and we found somebody there. And we asked them. There's some FOP thing on tomorrow, so they had it all set up, but they wouldn't let you use any of the heads. And they had a whole row of them there, but they were literally locked. They were all padlocked. So yeah, we couldn't use them. We were gonna, and the nearest ones from there. So that was at the Capitol building. The nearest ones are all the way on the other end of the mall at the Washington Monument. We got about halfway down, which is where the van is. And we're like, yeah, no, it's going to rain. We're going to hold off. So we made it back just in time. So,
but we have some options at least.
Yeah, we have options here in the van, so we're not worried. So we'll have to do the rest of our sightseeing on the mall tomorrow, hopefully in better weather. But that's going to be after our little excursion. So we've come to, I don't think I've really explained this fully yet, but we've come to Washington because I have to get my passport renewed my Australian passport. And it's easier to get that done because we're so close to Washington, D.C., but it's easier to get that done in person because they don't allow you to send it via USPS like you do the U.S. Passports. Australian Passport Service does not allow you to do that. So it would be a whole nother saga to try and do that via mail. Plus, there's only certain photographers they allow you to get your photo with, and the nearest one is like 2 blocks from the embassy, so it was much easier to come here. So that's what we're doing, and that is for me tomorrow morning. So I've got an appointment tomorrow morning around 10:30 to go in and do that. And unfortunately, Kelly can't come with me because they would not allow anybody in the embassy who's not directly involved in the application process.
It's kind of cool. I've never been to an embassy just to see it and maybe film them going in and coming out. But,
yeah. So she's going to film me going in and out, and I will try and film in there if they allow me to. My hunch is there's going to be no cameras allowed, but if they allow it, I'll definitely do it. So we'll see.
We had his pictures taken at Walgreens, of course, and they're not cheap anymore. Like I don't know, $15 or $16 a set, and was it that? And then then he had to go to the special place. That's why we came a day early down here in Washington to do it, and they needed 4 photos to do it. And
yeah, the application process or the application explanation sheet says very, very explicitly you will not, you'll not be allowed to submit any photographs that come from Walgreens or any sort of drugstore or any of those kind of things. So
here we are.
Here we are.
Gave us a good reason to come and hang out in Washington.
So I got my photos this afternoon. When Kelly went for the walk there at the beginning of the video, you seen she went for a walk, and I went and got my photos done, which was actually a very easy, straightforward process. I walk in, I said, I need passport photos. They said, but for what country? I said, Australia. He said, stand here. Boom. 5 minutes later, I'm walking out with him. Like, it was really, really quick, which was nice, but it's a long way to come for something that quick. But anyway, it's done, and we'll see you tomorrow for for my appointment, and hopefully some access to the Australian Embassy.
Good night.
So here we are, about 4:30 in the morning. You can see the Washington Monument behind me there. So I've had to go. She got me up, so we are out walking the mall at 4:30 in the morning. It's quite nice actually. There's nobody else here. You can see behind me here on this side is the Capitol building, all lit up. So, you know, it's nice, it's quiet, it's calm, but yeah, it is still 4:30 in the morning, so fun.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. We again, last time it was a little too early in the morning. It was still dark then, and I was walking her, but we are actually out on the mall again, heading to find some toilets because there was none near where we parked, except for those porta potties that we came across yesterday, which were all locked. So we're off on a hunt this morning, and all the maps say there should be some down here, so that's what we're gonna find. All right, Mommy's so happy. The heads are open. She's gonna go in. She's going to be emptying out our water bottles, our night water bottles. And we are here at the base of the Washington Monument, which is actually, when you get up to it close, very, very tall. Nonetheless, we're here, and looking down that way, you can just see the top of the Capitol building there over that little rise in that hill.
When this stone obelisk was completed in 1884, it was the tallest building in the world at that time. George Washington Monument. Here in Washington, D.C. This building looks like a basket. It's a museum of African American history, I believe. It's really cool looking.
lights on a traffic circle. Comrades of the Society of the Army of the Cumberland. I don't know who that is. I guess that's an embassy. What does it say? Embassy of the Republic of Tunisia. We're in the embassy circle. That's the Australian embassy straight ahead.
The orange.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Australian embassy. Now we're just going to have to find places to park. So here I am with the embassy behind me, getting ready to go in. And we have to obviously leave Sophie behind and Kelly too. They're going to make their way back to the van because it's raining. So I have no idea how long I'm going to be. But yeah, finally made it here, got everything in tow. We're set to go.
Australian coat of arms. Embassy of Australia. We going
Now
in?
you go, can we going in? I
Yeah.
gotta go to the kiosk and buzz. So I can tell them what I'm here for.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see if they let you in.
All right. Hello. Middle door. Thank you.
So Sophie and I are headed back to the van, and it's still a little bit rainy out. This whole row where we are is so many different embassies. I didn't realize that every country was represented within the capital cities, and I just passed Embassy of Kazakhstan, and there's several buildings with flags I don't recognize, and a lot of, you know, different embassies here. But we were slightly over the line where we, excuse me, where we parked. So I want to get back there and make sure that, you know, they don't get ticketed, or if they come by, we're right in front of a fire hydrant. But it was just over the little bit of the line. So that would be something else if they asked me to move the van, because I've driven the van so few times. So if I had to move it in a busy city here, that would be good. But maybe if I'm just sitting there waiting at the front seat, they won't be ticket us. So anyway, that's what I'm up to now. And Sophie keeps dragging me out of the picture because she's sniffing and smelling everything.
All right, so I'm all done. It was very quick and easy. Frankie says that was probably just as fast as getting a driver's license at DMV, although that went a little bit smoother, and they were certainly more polite about it. So yeah, that was nice and easy. Although it was very strange. The girl behind the counter was American. I said to her, I said, "That's not an Aussie accent. What's going on?" She's like, "Yeah, I've been working here for years, you know." I said, "All right." I said, "It'd been nice to have an Aussie accent though waiting on me." I think she was slightly offended by that. But anyway, I'm done and I'm out in like 5 minutes. So heading back to the van and we'll see what the rest of the day holds.
I like these cool basement apartments. These buildings are so uniquely designed and they go so high up. I bet the apartments are so cool. So, I'm gonna see what they have. The largest cookie I've ever seen. Chocolate espresso, so that's like a cup of coffee right there.
I just got a lemon bar and a little bun cake, so this is what it's like.
So loud there.
Very loud, very loud. There's a trash truck right here, it's very loud. How is it? Yeah, and my fork. Try my bun cake. Surprisingly good. Alright. We're gonna eat because you can't hear anyway.
So we're back in the van. We're gonna finish our desserts here.
It's quiet here. It was loud and noisy. I don't even know if you could hear it in that last clip. We're going to try to include it, but we were outside the bakery and it was so loud. There was a trash truck nearby and it was just making horrendous noise. Like I couldn't even hear Kelly and she was right next to me. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it on there. So we may not even have put it in. But Kelly got a big espresso cookie and it was, it was like dinner plate size, like huge. And what else did you get?
A tart with like a fruit tart.
Yeah.
Had big blackberries on it, and it was okay. I don't usually go for tarts, and it's not super sweet. It was just it was fine. Yeah. And this is pretty good. It doesn't really taste like espresso, or it doesn't have a coffee flavor. It has more of a chocolate flavor, but it has some pecan sprinkled throughout, which I didn't realize, but luckily there's not too many because I'm not a huge pecan fan in my desserts, but it's still tasty.
Yeah. And I got a bundt cake. It was an iced bundt cake, and now I've got a bit of a lemon bar to eat. So we're gonna see what it's like in a nice quiet environment and dry. It's still kind of spitting and rainy and not so nice out there. Very lemony.
Looks more of like custardy.
Yeah. Most lemon bars I have are pretty thick and solid. This is very soft. Like a, much more like a dried custard. So, it's got a nice flavor. It is moist. But, yeah.
Can't go wrong with chocolate.
Yeah, it's kind of our last hurrah. We're probably gonna head home after this just to kind of go that direction. Nothing more we really wanted to see or do here. Again, our main purpose of coming to DC was for me to go to the embassy to put in my application, which was super easy, quick and smooth, no hiccups. So we're gonna probably head home at this point, unless we find something really interesting to see on the way. But on a gray, wet, gloomy day, it's unlikely. Okay, so we've made it out of the city safely. We had no mishaps going out, and we are on the road headed home. So, thanks for watching, and as always, like it, and please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and our Patreon link is down below in the description.
We'll see you out there.
See you out there.